Hi boys and girls, happy Wednesday. Hey, for today's lesson, we are going to do our phonics for the letter J. Now, I showed everyone these cards on Zoom yesterday, but yesterday we had some problems with Zoom, huh? Kind of our first day that we've had problems with Zoom. But hopefully everybody will be back on today, on Wednesday, and I'll probably end up showing you these cards again. But our letter this week is J. Okay, so I set up the pocket chart. You see big J, little j. Now on this J, you see how they don't put the line at the top? But over here you see it, don't you? This is the way we make a J. Down with the hook, and there's a line on the top, and here's little j. It goes underneath the bottom line, has a dot on the top. J is for jump rope, and J is for Jerry Jellyfish. Remember how you do that? In front, j. Don't do it here, because this is Ollie Octopus, right? Jiggle like a jellyfish. All right, now here's my cards. Let's see. I think I want to do this one first. The first one is jelly beans. Here's the jelly beans. That's a compound word, jelly and beans together. Let's put that one right there. This is the jet, okay? And it looks like an airplane, but they're super fast. It's a jet, and it's so easy to spell. Jet. I'll put that one right here. Okay, this one, remember, it looks like a coat, but it's called a jacket. Let me go ahead and show you that word, jack. It actually has the word Jack in there, right? Like Jack in the Box, or just the name Jack. And then it has jacket. Pretty easy to sound that word out. Pretty easy to write that word. And then this is a pair of jeans. This is how you spell it. You hear most of those letters, you don't hear the A, do you? The E and the A are both vowels. Well, when you see two vowels together, the first one does the talking. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, and it says its name, jeans. Jeans. I think I will put this way over here. And then this was the one that was a little tricky. Not very many kids knew who this was. This is a lady, or it can be a man. She's wearing a robe. She's sitting behind, like at a big desk with a gavel, and she pounds on the gavel and she says, "Order in the court," okay? And it's where people come if they've done a crime, okay? Or maybe they get a ticket in the mail for speeding, then they might have to go to court. And then the judge will say, well, you got to pay the fine, or you're innocent, or you're guilty. So this is a judge, and this is how you spell it. You don't really hear that D, but you hear the J. Okay, and that's making a J sound, judge. Tricky word, huh? I'm going to put the judge way over here. I might move those around a little bit. And then I'm also going to show you our sight words this week. We're doing two again, and the reason why they're doing two is because these two words really go together. The first one is pretty easy to read. It's he. Remember, E is a vowel. So E could make two sounds. It could say like Ellie elephant, or it could say its name. So if we tried it with he is not a word, is it? So if we try it with a long E sound, now it's he. He is my friend, or he is my dad, or he is my dog. Romeo's a boy, so I can call him a he, right? That's it. This word is called a pronoun. So instead of saying somebody's name, like my dad, or let's say your dad's name is John. John and I like to hang out together. You could say he and I, okay? Or if it, okay, all right, let me put this up. I'm gonna put it down here. That was tricky to explain. All right, now this one is the word he with an S in front of it. Now, when you put an S and an H together, it makes a new sound. Shh. We're going to really work on that. We're going to start working on that. We've had a lot of words that start with TH, haven't we? Like Thursday and that and this, okay? But TH together says th, where you have to put your tongue in between your teeth. But SH together goes shh, like you're saying shh. Please be quiet, I'm trying to sleep, right? Shh. And then the E is going to make a long E sound. She. So I'm really glad that Nat Geo does these two words together because they go together. This is he, this is she. Now, he is actually going to be one of our yellow sight words, and she is going to be a green sight word. I purposely didn't put those together because makes it a little too easy. When they're in different colors, I'm testing on different days, then you really have to know that's he, that's she. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put he and she up. And then I went ahead and got these out too. Now, this is he and she again. This he is with a capital H because a lot of times you're going to need to use the capital letter because you're going to start a sentence. Okay, he is my dad. Okay, he is my friend. When you begin a sentence, you start it with a capital letter, and this is a capital. So maybe we can make some sentences with these. Look, he is wearing a jacket, or he has some jeans. And how about she? Oh, I've got a good one. She is a judge, or she likes to eat jelly beans. So then we'd use the capital. Okay, we are going to come over here to the table. I'm going to move my tripod over here and come sit down. And what we're going to do, now boys and girls, we have a new student in our class. Her name is Natalie. Hi, Natalie. I hope you're watching. And so I'm going to really go over this page because you guys have been doing these a long time. When we start a new letter, every week it's a new letter and a new sight word. And then they just recently started doing 2 sight words a week. And so when you first open your page, and Natalie's mommy knows she's kind of, she has the whole book, so she's going to have to go find this in there, but it's page, this PM, I never, Practice Master, I think is what it stands for, page, or I know it is, the chapter 6 and page 13. Okay, we're on unit, should say unit 6, page 13. And up here it has, in the box, it has our sight words for the week. He and she. And the first page, they always give you a page like this with the dotted line, and you see the little pair of scissors there? Well, that's because if we were in the classroom, it says that each child should have that one of those, and they should cut them out, and they can practice with a friend. You know, so if we were in the classroom, we would maybe let those kids cut them out and put them in a little baggie. Or a lot of times I just send these home and I say you can practice at home because otherwise we have 100 little pieces. I know that's not 100, but every week when we get a new one, that's a lot of little pieces. And so we have our rainbow reading program where we practice our sight words, but it's still good to practice them on this page. So what they did this week is they're giving you he and she. I see he, I see she. But of course, they always give us some sight words that we've already had. We've had me and we and the and is and for and have. That got cut off a little bit again too. I can't see the H. And the, and then they're also giving us some letters. They want us to review the letters. So I am leaving this up to you guys. If you want to cut them out with scissors and store them in a little bag and practice and play school with those, you can. Or, I'm going to tear that out of my book. Or you can use bingo daubers if you have them. And if mom and dad have time to work with you, they can say, okay, find the letter she. And you can daub it with your bingo dauber. One week we used pennies, didn't we? Well, you could even use your math counters to cover them up. But one of the easiest ways is probably just to get some colored markers or crayons or colored pencils. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to start out with red. And I want to find my sight words first. I'm gonna find he. There it is. Once I'm gonna underline that with red. Oh, I see it again. I saw it 2 times. Once with a lowercase and one with a capital. I'm just gonna put that red down, and maybe I'll use a blue. Let's find she. There it is. S-H-E. She. And here it is again. So as I read them, I'm just gonna underline them. Okay. Here I've got another color. I'm going to find there's me and we. I'm just going to use the same color. Have, for, is, the. Oh, I see the 2 times. Look, the with a capital T, the with a lowercase. And then maybe I'll switch colors again and use this pretty purple right here. And then I'm just going to say the letters. There's an A, B. Oh, they're not in order. Doesn't go A, B, C. E, J, M, O, T. Let's do the sound. A says A, B says B, E says E, J says J, M says O says A, T says T. O is a vowel, A is a vowel, E is a vowel. So just use these to review. And just so I know you did it, you can either take a picture of this page if you used colors. If you cut them apart and you practice them, you could make a little video. Show me how you practice them this week. Don't just throw it away. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here, and then we're gonna make our little book. And boys and girls, I know you guys have done this a lot of times, and I don't have to explain it that much. I'm gonna kind of take my time because Natalie's never done one of these before. And then what she does, the next week, she's gonna know too, right? All right, so you tear this whole page out, and then what you do is right at the bottom, you're gonna cut this off, and I don't know, it's up to you, Mom, if you want her to let her use her own scissors, or if you wanna help her. I don't know how much experience she's had with scissors. Okay, and then I like to cut this little edge off right here. And then this makes a book, okay? So some kids have not been folding it, and then what happens is that the words are upside down. So you want to turn it into a book. So I'm going to fold it like this. Okay, so from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right, and we made a little book that we don't even have to use any staples. Okay, so this is going to be our little book, and we're going to glue the pictures inside. Let's start with J. So on the bottom of the paper, we're going to keep cutting. I'm going to cut off that extra piece at the bottom. That's just a scrap. And hey, before we cut them all out, let's go over them. Hey, a lot of these are like the ones that were on our phonics page yesterday. I see that jar. It's a cookie jar. I see a pair of jeans. This is a pen. That does not start with a J, does it? This is a jacket. I see that jet. I see a turtle. Does turtle start with a J? No. How about pie? No. How about pig? So it looks like we've got our 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these all apart. Pretty easy cutting. It's just straight. I like to go right through the middle. It saves me time. And then I want the jacket in the book. I don't want the pen. I do want the jeans. I do want the jar. So I'm saving myself some time here. I'm putting the ones I want in a pile. And I don't want these. I don't really even need to cut those out, do I? So let me go ahead and throw these away. And let me grab my glue stick. Glue stick, I think, works better on this instead of like Elmer's glue. Now you guys decide which order you want to put them on. Let me see how you want to put it. Jet's easy to write. Jeans, I'm going to put the jacket on the front. Yours does not have to be just like mine, does it? And I'm going to go back and color it later. For now, I'm just going to glue that jacket to the front. Now, if we were in the classroom, you would absolutely need your name. Since I'm just having you keep these at home and you're not going to turn them in, you can, you don't worry about it, right? Okay, so I'm going to trace that J, but guess what? This J does not have a top on it, so I'm going to add the top. I'm going to put a straight line on top and make the J the way it's supposed to be. Oh, kind of goes underneath. I might have to refold my book because I can't see the bottom of the J. You can't really fold it completely in half or else you can't see the hook on the bottom. There, that's better. I had to refold it so I could see the bottom. And I'm going to trace the big J and the little J with the dot, okay? All right, and then in the inside of my book, I'm going to glue down, let's do the cookie jar here. And I'll put the jeans here, and then I'll put the jet on the back. So I'm just putting glue stick right here. Okay, now, Natalie and Natalie's mommy, Mrs. Gallup, the first few months of school, the kids were just writing the letter. They would write big J, little j, big J, little j. But I've been having them label or write the whole word now. And they'll be able to see it from the pictures that I post, or moms and dads can help, of course. Some kids are getting to the point where they can write it by themselves, like this one here. You can probably sound that out all by yourself. It starts with a J. I go under the line and put the nice little hook. T. Okay? I do want them spelled correctly though, so parents, I'd rather have you help than have it. There's a time for sounding out, okay? And there's a time I want them right, and these are in a book, and they're going to be looking at that, so I want them spelled correctly. J-R. It sounds like it's just a J and an R, but it's an A-R. A cookie jar. And then jeans, you hear the J, you hear the E, and then there's an A next to it, a silent A, and then, ooh, I better put my S on it. Okay, so here's jar, and here's jeans, Jeans, jar, Jar, jet, Jet, and then I'll go back and color that later. So sorry about that. That was a little long, but that's because I had to really go over it today because we have a new student. So have fun doing your work today.